gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move you. It's got a taste that gets right to you.
Hello and welcome, everybody. You're listening to the music of the Juicy Fruit commercial from 1981. Many of you will remember that short tune. Okay, why don't we get started in our learning module number 6. This week we are heading towards the end of February, and I'm just going to click on the button here. Module number 6 is we're looking at 221 through 227. So going into module number 7, we'll be heading into the first week of March. So module number 6, though, is we are looking at promotions, and we're looking how it affects society's well-being. We're looking at some ethical considerations related to brand promotion and campaigns. We're describing the aspects of advertising regulated by the U.S. government. We're looking at the role of the Federal Trade Commission and how that plays in the marketing and advertising promotions. We're looking to explain the meaning and importance of self-regulations by marketers. And then we're looking at the regulation of direct marketing, sales promotion, and public relations. Okay, how we're going to get there this week is that we are going to use the textbook primarily, some discussion questions, homework, reading quiz, that type of thing. That's how we're going to go over this material. So, normal week. Answer the discussion questions by Saturday, 2:24, and then respond by 2:27. Okay. So there are no videos. There are no videos for this chapter. To be honest with you, it was hard to find something that, one, was interesting and that get the point of the chapter across. Just this chapter did not tend to have that type of material available. So we have our reading quizzes, our discussion board, our homework. So why don't we just start off here with a reading quiz. Now, as you will notice, that there are a high number of reading quizzes available now. They're all out there, along with a test and the final exam. So if you are that type of person who wants to just get ahead and you got to get some time, start taking these quizzes, knocking them off one by one. So we have our homework out here. And Chapter 6 homework is due by 27. Now, again, it was an interesting chapter, but there wasn't a lot that we could really do with. So I knocked the questions down to 6 versus 10, just to get the prime content out there. So homework chapters get 6 due by February 27th. Then we have our discussion board. So our discussion board for module number 6 has got 3 questions to it. There's one where I'm going to ask you to go out and look for an advertisement and then give it to us. Give us a link to it so we can see it, or an image of it from like Google Images or whatever it is, so that we can at least see it and talk about it. Then I'm looking for 3 pros, 3 cons on that type of advertising. You're going to need your textbook with that one. So the next one's about categorical areas. Other than cigarettes, do you think... all right, so list 2 products other than that you think require some kind of advertising regulation, and explain why. Then there's the second part of that question is, like, who's the one who regulates that? Okay, so then, this is a new question for me to put out there. I'm just testing it. This is the Federal Trade Commission question, FTC. We spent some time talking about this in the chapter, and I'd like you to go to their website. And here's what I want to do, is I want you to find a press release about an FTC action regarding advertising, marketing, or promotions. You could tell us briefly about the case, but do not copy or paste the case. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for you to just kind of give us a synopsis of it, then how it relates to the textbook and why you picked it. Okay, so let me just show you this. So I click on this link. It brings us to the Federal Trade Commission. And in here, you can see all types of press releases. And I'm just going to hit the 100 button here. There's 8,600 press releases out here. So pick one that has marketing, promotions, advertising that you find interesting from one of their actions. Then tell us about it. And you can, excuse me, you can just see these here. They talk about different companies and what they do. Like, here's one that pays a $250,000 fine for deceptive charitable stuff. People who sold business coaching, they settle with the FTC. So what I want you to do is kind of click on to this link, talking about this press release that you got here and what they've done. If, in fact, you really want to go down a rabbit hole and spend some time on this, what you can do is you can click on the enforcement button, go to cases and proceedings, and then you could really kind of dig in and see what companies are doing. You'll see all types of court cases out there that they've got going here from the FTC and what they're doing. Okay, so not required. That's just the kind of fun rabbit hole, and just be careful. I mean, it sucked up about an hour of my time tonight when I was going through this and doing the prep for this. Okay, so that's what it is. If you got any questions, click on the course message button and Heads up on module number 7. Module number 7 for next week. You do have a test in that module. That is coming quicker than we know. All right. Well, I'm going to play us out to the Juicy Fruit music, and I hope you have a nice week. Bye now.
Get your feet shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste